got a problem with cartoons?
Miraculous, simply the best, up to the test when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest, the power of love always so strong. Miraculous, yes, yeah. I really should stop singing. God, it always hurts my throat. Anyhow, I think it's time to get things started. With the one, the only puppet. Just start the video.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Puppet Review Stuff. Now, if this is your very first time checking out my channel, if you didn't know, I do DVD reviews, movie reviews, cartoon discussions, and reactions. And if all that stuffy goodness sounds good to you, then check out my channel, Puppet Review Stuff. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, I said if you guys made to 100 likes on Puppeteer 2, then I would make this video. And that's exactly what you guys are getting. Finally, I've done the worst to best episodes of season 2 already, which, you know, it's in the description below if you have not seen it, and it's had a lot of good positive response. But that was back in March, and you know, I have no excuse, you know, not to do this video already, but as you have seen through that video, this video takes a long time to edit, and very painfully. I had to get all the clips, having put all the clips together. Oh, it's just a process. But, you know, with your guys' support, I decided to go ahead and make it. And also, tell your friends about this video, you know, I'm happy, I guess I'm happy to do it, you know, for you guys, you know, thank you for at least 800 subscribers. So let's try to get to 1,000, you know, we're so close. Well, I mean, we're a little bit far away, but we're still close. Help me get to 1,000, guys, alright? Just get this poor little puppet his dream come true, at least before the 1-year anniversary, which is on September 4th. Okay, guys? So, anyways, it feels like an update video. Anyways, I know you guys are ready to get miraculous. Now, I would say this was probably the hardest list to make, because honestly, I look back at season 1, they had some kind of really boring episodes, honestly. Like, this was like a really hard list. I never really realized that there were that many episodes I liked in season 1. I mean, yeah, I liked most of the episodes in season 2, almost all of them, but this one, wow, this was hard. So anyways, without that out of the way, I guess it's time to go and get this tier list started. Roll the clip, everybody.
In the daytime, I'm Marinette, just a normal girl with a normal life. But there's something about me that no one knows yet, because I have a secret. Miraculous, simply the best, up to the test when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest, the power of love always so strong. Miraculous.
Refekta.
Refekta. I don't know what's about this episode. Every time it kind of pops up, I'm always like, ugh. Or it's on my list when I'm marathoning season 1 again. I always kind of dread seeing this episode. It's just, maybe because the villain design is kind of just really bad looking and she's just boring. It's another one of those Chloe torture episodes. It's, ugh. I don't really know. I think this is probably the weakest episode out of all of them. It's just, honestly, I just find the villain boring. Yeah, she could turn other people into herself, but if the character's not, you know, interesting looking or just attractive looking, just, no, I don't like this villain at all. So that's why it's on the bottom of the list.
Yes, Hawk Moth.
Hawkmoth is my name, and Bubbler is now yours.
Bubbler, yes. Bubbler, it's either the first episode or the second episode of Miraculous Ladybug, but I think most people think it's Stormy Weather, which I kind of agree. I think Stormy Weather is number one in the order count, but it's confusing. Anyways, Bubbler, kind of boring villain. It's Nino gets, akumatized because Adrian's dad did not want him at a party, and he yelled at him, kicked him out the house, and he becomes Bubbler, gives him a party, bubbles people up. Yeah, that is kind of boring. For the first or second episode of the series, they weren't even that good. Kind of sad to think about. It just lacked a little bit of something. I don't know what it lacked, but it was just, I did not like the villain. I mean, the character design was a little bit appealing, but still, just Bubbler, a bubble wand, really? That's your villain? That's just not interesting. All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Yes, Hawkmoth.
Why are you so intimidated and scared all the time?
Horrificator.
Now, okay, this is a little bit of okay episode, but the villain, again, this is gonna be a criticizing thing for me for these episodes. The villain for this one is kind of boring as well. I forget, Mulan, no, it's not Mulan, but Mulan, whatever the girl name is, she gets akumatized, she turns into this monster, becomes a horror flick. They're trying to film. We had that nice, part where Marinette and Adrian are about to kiss, and they don't because Chloe ruins everything. And yeah, they're filming an a movie or whatever, and basically, Monster and Miraculous Ladybug. Yeah, that's basically it. That's that episode. And nothing else interesting about it. So yeah, well, I guess we'll just move on.
Yes, Hawk Moth.
Mr. Pigeon.
Let's have to acknowledge this, that he's probably one of the worst villains ever, but I just didn't put this at the bottom list because Mr. Pigeon's kind of funny, guys. Come on, he's ridiculously stupid that he's funny. I love it. The episode's not that interesting. Sure, Marinette is making a hat, and Adrian has allergies, I guess. That's really it. And Chloe does her Chloe things. Again, that's just going to be a big criticism for this season. Too much Chloe torturing episodes. I feel like we have so many episodes where just Chloe does so many annoying things. So many. Ugh. But yeah, Mr. Pigeon. That's that episode. Okay.
Guitar Villain.
Okay, so I guess we're kind of moving on to the episodes that are basically fine. These are just, the other episodes were kind of the episodes I just did not like in the season. This one is actually something I kind of like, but it's still at the bottom because it's just not on par with all the episodes. Jagged Stone gets akumatized. Yeah, he gets akumatized, basically. Turns has a dragon, that's kind of cool. And he's just a rock and roll guy because this other guy's better than, well, technically no, he's not better than him. But he just gets kind of jealous. This younger kid is, performing better, and his manager wants him to change dramatically, but he does not. So he goes over, tries to kill this kid, but Ladybug and Cat Noir stop him. And that's kind of it. I don't know. I think this must be the episode where Marinette designs the album cover. I think this is the episode. But that was kind of cool. That was cool. But yeah, I guess we'll move on.
Yeah, let's rock!
He expects me to break the law? That's just criminal.
RogerCop.
RogerCop. Just a basic episode from Miraculous Ladybug. Nothing really special at all. I mean, it's just basically Terminator or Robot Cop. Yeah, RoboCop or what? I forget. There is a Robot Cop, and he's basically based off Terminator and the Robot Cop guy. I mean, he's a cool designed character, villain, and of course, Chloe's the cause of this. Oh, good old Chloe. Yeah, she is going to be talked about a lot in this episode. And that's why most people just despise Chloe in Season 1. She was just like the worst person possible. You can never feel bad for her until Season 2, where they actually kind of made her into an actual character instead of a torture device for other characters. Yeah, so someone's accused of a ring being stolen, and it's actually Plag who did it, which is kind of interesting to me. They blame everyone, even Marinette, of course. And, he loses his job because Chloe's like, "Oh, Daddy, he's not doing his job right. Fire him." "Oh, yes, I'm Chloe, I'm a brat." Yeah, come on, really? You can't just fire a guy. That's not a good reason to fire a guy, but hey, I mean, we had some pretty good action scenes, especially when we're in the sky, flying around the cop car. That was cool. That was a cool scene.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Cat Noir and Ladybug will be powerless against me, and justice will prevail in the streets of Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
This was actually the first episode of Miraculous Ladybug I ever saw. This is kind of what got me into the show. And it's kind of sad to say it's at the bottom of the list, even though it was like one of the very first episodes. It did have a good impact on me because I was really interested. It was a good first episode to see. I'm glad I saw it. Pharaoh, a lot of interesting, and yes, guys, I understand the mummy is from the Pharaoh. You don't have to keep commenting. I just did not know because. Like, out of all, I got this is a little criticism for that, Puppeteer 2. Really, like, that was the only minion character from all the villains. Yeah, some of the villains do have minions, like Darkblade, I know he had minions, but, and I wouldn't count that minions. Yeah, but of course, why not at the Pharaoh? Why just, the mummies? I don't think there was really a need to that. Anyways, that's just my little rant. This was an okay episode. Alia almost trying to figure out Ladybug's identity and Pharaoh stuff, and it was a really cool episode. Really greatly good designed episode. I really enjoyed it. All right, we're just gonna move on.
My precious Nefertiti will come back to life. I should have been going to that tournament. I was the chosen one. I worked so hard for it. This is inconceivable.
Gamer.
Not 2.0, but the first gamer. This was cool. It had a lot of cool video game references. We got Adrian and Marinette together. Oh yeah, it was a really sweet episode. They're and the first time alone together. I think that is the first time they're alone together in the series. So that was a really nice moment. Because we never really get them together. And, we had that cool fight, Street Fighter style with a whole bunch of game references and gamer. Yeah, and Max didn't Kumatize, obviously, so, yeah, that's really it. That was gamer.
Absolutely, Hawkmoth. Game on! Now they'll see who's the greatest gamer in Paris!
Pixelator.
Pixelator. Yeah. This crazy guy that wanted to take pictures of Jagged Stone got Cupidized. He got pissed because he was stalking him too much. And, you know, it was kind of cool concept where he traps these people in these picture frames. That was kind of cool, and there was a weird picture dimension. Yeah, and then Marinette tried to get with Adrian. That obviously did not work out for her. And, you know, Adrian, Cat Noir couldn't help for a little while. Actually, did Cat Noir even help in this episode? I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while, but that's really all I remember from this episode. But it was a really cool episode, cool villain design, you know, great episode, I guess. So I guess we'll move on.
Yes, Hawkmoth.
Darkblade.
Yes, this knight guy, this fencing guy loses to Mayor Bourgeois. And then he gets akumatized into this knight and starts taking over people's minds, trying to conquer Paris. It was a really interesting episode. Marinette is becoming the student representative, student body president, whatever representative for her class. And, you know, Chloe's doing Chloe things again. Oh, that's just Chloe for you guys, honestly. That's just Chloe. Anyhow, yeah. Darkblade was a really cool villain. He was really threatening. He almost won, too. So, he was a real threat. That was a cool villain, you know, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really an interesting character, but still, I think the villain was a lot more threatening than most of these villains in the season. I'll give that guy that.
When the flag bearing the emblem of mine ancestors lies once again upon the roof of City Hall, then to thee I shall indeed be indebted.
Hello, Copycat.
Yes, Copycat. There is a guy that's, you know, turned into Cat Noir. And he has like a toothpick in his mouth the entire time. I don't know why, but, you know, he has that. And, you know, he's pretending to be Cat Noir. That's really it. It's basically Copycat. It's actually a really good episode. I actually enjoyed this. But sadly, other episodes are kind of better than this one. But still, it was a solid episode. You know, I guess the picture guy got mad at Ladybug. Wait a minute. Yeah, he was in love with Ladybug, wasn't he? And then he got pissed off at Cat Noir for liking her or something. And he was like, what? How could she love him? Oh, technically, she doesn't love him at all. Yeah, Cat Noir just likes to, you know, rabble on. Okay, let's just move on now.
The very thought of it makes me purr.
Antibug.
Yes, Chloe episode. This is where Chloe gets acoupatized. I like this because we get two. Actually, I can't make a two in my hands, but two akumatized villains. You know, we got Chloe's best friend Sabrina, and we got Chloe, of course. And Chloe gets mad because Ladybug dissed her, which she, honestly, she deserved that diss. You know, diss. And Cat Noir's like, aren't you being alone with me? Like, no, Chloe is a jerk through this entire season. She deserves to be, you know, like Cat Noir, really? Are you? I know you're best friends, but still, can't you admit that she's really a bad person? She's a bad person. She does not deserve any recognition. Sure, she was trying to help, but still. I mean, sure, I get ready that Marinette maybe could have not been a jerk when she kind of admitted that where Sabrina's like akumatized item was gonna be, but still, come on, Chloe's a jerk. Like, don't defend her, Cat Noir. Don't do that. But she was I mean, not that cool of a villain, but it was a really good episode, though.
You can count on me, Hawkmoth. There will only be one heroine in Paris. Me, Antibug.
What did I do? You're going to be so disappointed in me, Milan.
Mime.
The Mime was such a creative villain, I gotta admit. I loved him. Being able to imagine anything, basically. So, if he wants a gun, he could just shoot them. Honestly, he could just done that. I think he had a rocket launcher one time. So that was such a good villain. I never would have thought about it, but Mime was such a cool villain. I keep saying that. I don't know why. I have nothing else to say about it. This girl's dad gets akumatized, I guess. And he's the Mime, because this guy was a jerk and he wanted to perform instead of the actual person who's supposed to perform. Okay, this is going on too long. And Marinette and Adrian get to sit together at the end. Oh, so sweet. You know, we didn't get much Marinette and Adrian this season. That first season. Kind of disappointing.
Are you tired of having your creative spirit crushed? Evillustrator.
This is about, you know, it crosses my mind. I don't even remember this kid's name. It's Mark? I don't know. He's the artist guy. He fell in love with Marinette, and he got embarrassed in class by, guess who? Oh yeah, Chloe. Yeah, her again. Oh my goodness. And, you know, he gets hypnotized into Evillustrator, and he tries to go on a date with Marinette. Marinette tricks him. We get our first Cat Noir and Marinette moment. Oh, yes, it was awesome. And even though I'm not shipping that, but I still don't ship Marinette and Cat Noir. But still, it was a really nice moment. Or, like, scenes, I guess. And, of course, they had to protect Chloe. Of course they do. And also, we just, you know... Yeah, Evillustrator was a really cool villain. You know, as an artist, I kind of like the concept of this character, drawing anything. Why don't these characters just draw a gun? Or Evillustrator, he could have drew a machine that could zap the Miraculouses. Why did he do that? Well, why didn't he do that? Okay, like that would have just solved everything. Like a magnet that takes away Miraculouses. That would have been easy. It'd have been a super magnet too. I mean, that's what I would have done. I would have been smarter about this.
Just tell me what you want. Animan.
Kind of sounds like Anime Man, but it's Animan. Okay, so this guy turns to the animals, and Nino is in love with Marinette. You know, kind of interesting. Another character was in love with Marinette, which was Nino. Before they got together. And, you know, they were, like, I love the fact that the episode where, like, Marinette and Nino were being pushed together, but, of course, like, they had their, people in the bushes. Like, Adrian was in the bushes helping Nino, and basically Naya was in the bushes helping Marinette, trying to get to Adrian, but of course Adrian didn't come because he was the wingman, or the arm man, or whatever man, you know, the support basically, so he wasn't gonna come, but it was a really funny episode. And then of course when Marinette gets eaten by a dinosaur, we can't forget about that scene, guys, and Cat Noir cried like a little baby. Really, dude, like, she has a plan. Do you know?
Yes, Hawkmoth. You are. You should have won. Yes.
I should have won. Yes.
Stormy weather.
Actually, I don't remember much from Stormy Weather, to be honest, but honestly, I really enjoyed Stormy Weather. She was such a good villain. One of the first ones we saw, and it does show she's really powerful, and even showing in Stormy Weather 2, even though we didn't get to see her as much in Stormy Weather 2. But still, Stormy Weather is a force to be reckoned with. Just a great villain design. I loved her. Like, great. Just great villain. I don't really remember what happened in the episode, though. I know that the Weather Girl got rejected. Luckily, no Chloe, though. Chloe might be in the episode, but I honestly don't remember. But I just remember loving it so lot.
Yes!
That's my Weather Girl. Show the world who the best Weather Girl really is. Volpina.
Number 9, we have Volpina. This is the season finale, the big, not really reveal, but this is kind of when Hawkmoth kind of steps up his game, and we have the introduction of Lila, worse than Chloe, basically. The replacement Chloe in season 3. And of course, Lila is hitting on Adrian. Marinette gets jealous, and she does a whole bunch of stuff, and honestly, she's just way out of proportion. She honestly should just really just been minding her business and just keeps making things worse. Even creating a super villain that will continuously go after you within the coming seasons. And just, yeah, and also our first episode where well, technically no, she's met Master Who before, 2 times before. But, you know, this was the reveal that he was the master of the Miraculouses. So that was a cool little ending to a season that kind of wants you begging for more. But it was a cool season finale because, you know, she pretended to be one of the heroes. So that was cool. And she almost got them into giving the Miraculouses away. So, yeah.
It would be my pleasure, Hawkmoth.
Right. It was evil act by that brat. No respect for Cheng Sifu.
Kung Fu.
I don't like the villain, but there's obvious reasons why I like this episode. I like it because of freaking Adrian and Marinette. This was probably the second episode they've ever done stuff together. Like, honestly, the only episode they've ever done anything alone together in season 1 was during Gamer. And in Kung Fu, they were able to hang out and do stuff. And Marinette was not, you know, she's casually talking to Adrian, not really stuttering over her words after she's gotten used to being with him. And of course, Chloe does some weird, stupid stuff. Let's not think about Chloe right now. We think about Kung Fu. You know, he's kind of a ripoff of Goku. He was an okay villain. I mean, I didn't really like most of the villain parts, but I did like the Marinette and Adrian moments. They were really sweet and really nice. So that's kind of why it's up here on the list.
I will show I am greatest chef in the world!
Leave a message. Beep.
Lady Wi-Fi.
Alia gets akumatized. It's a Lady Wi-Fi because of Chloe. But also, Onania kind of calls this on herself. She kind of butted into Chloe's business. So, I mean, that's kind of understandable why Chloe was involved in this one. Honestly, like, you really think that Chloe would be Ladybug? Chloe, the just meanest person in the world that doesn't give 2 craps about anyone, and you thought it was Chloe? Okay, that's kind of stupid, okay? Why would you think it was her? Out of all the people, you thought it was Chloe. She has different hair. Anyway, she was a really good villain, a really threatening villain that almost won as well. And I love, like, the concept of her being able to use her phone to pause people and rewind and... What else did she do? I don't know what she did. But she was a really good villain. Really good episode. You know, I really should have rewatched some of these episodes, but I do remember most of the gist of the episodes. But, yeah, Lady Wi-Fi.
I'll expose the lies of anyone who covers up the truth. Sign me up.
Princess Fragrance.
That really cute, blonde, pink-wearing girl that gets akumatized. And, you know, it's kind of weird because she's gay, isn't she? Or she's lesbian, isn't she? I mean, well, whatever. This was before they decided to think about that. And she becomes Princess Fragment, and this was a really cool episode because she, like, mind-controlled all these people. And then Marinette and Oltiki was sick. And so Marinette was basically going to be Ladybug for the entire episode, which I thought was a really cool concept, where Marinette had to be creative and not be Ladybug. It even helped out Cat Noir when he was in like a little runt. But I really like the idea of this villain too. Being able to mind control all these people. Even Cat Noir was down for the job. So it was like really tough for Marinette to just do all this stuff. And also we got our first glimpse of Master Fu. And technically we've already seen him, but you know, she didn't know he was the master. Wait, you know, I'm kind of curious. Why didn't she just say he was the master of the Miraculouses? That like Tiki, why did he just announce that he was the master? It doesn't really make sense why he didn't just announce his presence of being a miraculous, like, the master. But until the end, but I guess they just went out to a dramatic ending.
I'm coming, my prince!
Dark Cupid.
Of course, you guys know why this is on the list. That kiss, guys. We gotta love that kiss. In the Valentine's Day episode, you know, Cat Noir was gonna confess his feelings, and then Marinette wrote Adrian a love letter. Oh, I love this episode so much. So much. I don't feel like I don't have to explain it. It's kind of like the Frozer of the season, basically, or the No, I wouldn't say Godzilla at all. I guess it's the Frozer of season 1. So, yeah, great episode. Really interesting design villain, like Dark Cupid, being able to break people apart, make them hate each other, like that. And, of course, the kiss. Can't forget about the first kiss.
No love affair or friendship will escape my fury. No one will love again.
I am Hawkmoth. You are now Simon Says.
Simon Says is a really interesting one to me because we get more on Gabriel Agreste. And this was the episode where people were theorizing that Gabriel was Hawkmoth. And there was a lot of signs in this episode. Especially the way when you see Hawkmoth come out and then you see Gabriel. You have to pay attention to the little hints and transitions. And the thing is about it is Hawkmoth always has like this, you know, sinister monologue or like, oh, I'll get you back. I will get you back next time, Ladybug. You know, he didn't actually have that this time because Gabriel was, you know, basically mind controlled by Simon Says. And, you know, also a little hint was when he was heading into Gabriel Agreste's house, he's like, it might be risky, but this could be good for me. And also when he was about to break into the house, he was like, I don't think that's a good idea, Simon Says. So that was a cool thing, and like I love how creepy he was, like to Ladybug. Cat Noir's like, ooh, look at that ring, look at those earrings, man. Like, man, it's just a creepy guy. But yeah, that was a really good episode.
Simon Says yes.
Simon Says the show is not over.
This is a really forgettable episode, but I love this episode. It's a time travel episode, guys. You know, we had Timebreaker, now we had Timebreaker. Before that, she didn't break time, but she went back in time, and then also Marinette went back in time with her. And we got multiple Ladybugs versus that, and we got kind of a little bit of a lore with Alex and the clock, which is actually turns out to be miraculous in season 3. So it's kind of cool that clock did come back, but honestly, I feel like, you know, it's kind of weird that they kind of, like, there was some big stuff that happened in this episode, but also was just forgotten until season 3. Because all this Timebreaker stuff didn't come back up until Time Tagger, which was kind of disappointing, but still, it was a really solid episode, in my opinion. So, yeah, check out Time Tagger.
And to go back in time to restore the future. But you must do me a favor in return when the time is right.
You got it, Hawkmoth.
Puppeteer.
How could it be my number 2? I wish it could be my number 1, but obviously I think you guys probably would know what my number 1 is. Puppeteer. an amazing name, by the way. Like that's probably the best name you can all possibly have. She is one of the greatest villains. I cannot say it enough. I love Puppeteer just because she brought back some of the other villains, and she was a force to be reckoned with. She almost won. It was like a 5 villains versus Ladybug herself. And then I love how all the villains come back, like I said, and just the concept of this character, which is awesome, and just showing how freaking broken Ladybug is. Yeah, I understand her Miraculous is good luck, but not that good luck. Jesus, she was just wow. Just wow.
Bring you their Miraculouses! I know!
What a smart little girl you are.
Tiki Sponson!
Bad guy is. Let's not reverse the roles here. Without you, none of these innocent victims would be transformed into villains. Hawkmoth, no matter how long it takes, we will find you, and you will hand us your Miraculous!
Obviously, you guys should know what number 1 is. The Origins, Part 1 and Part 2, also Stoneheart. This was, I think, this is what really, really got me at the Miraculous. Seeing this episode, seeing how everything happened, just an amazing episode. Especially, we cannot forget about the scene with the umbrella, where Marinette starts to fall in love with Adrian. That is just one of the greatest, starts to a romance ever. I loved it. That music playing in the background, you gotta love it. It's so nice. And also, they weren't really amazing at first, because Marinette or aka Ladybug, is always just amazing at what she does. And, seeing her screw up from time to time was interesting how nervous she was. Can't forget about that first encounter with Hawkmoth and that speech that Marinette gave to Hawkmoth and the people of Paris. I love that scene, and catching the Akuma, I love that Eiffel Tower scene. That is probably one of my favorite scenes from Miraculous Ladybug. Also the umbrella scene. How can't this be your number 1 of season 1? So, yeah, guys, that's really it. Wow, this was a long video. What time is it? Jesus, this is long. Anyways, that's really it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me down below if you want me to make more tier lists. I'm actually thinking of doing the top 10, top 20 villains of Miraculous or akumatized people. Hawkmoth and Moyor don't count. But I'm thinking of doing that one. Tell me down below if you want me to do that and do more tier lists, maybe transformations, just episodes all around. But yeah, also when season 3 ends, obviously I'm going to do one of these. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being patient. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody, and stay miraculous.